Hello everyone, we got actions for today's video. Now, before we jump into the news, I would like to speak about the technical analysis side of things for altcoins, right? We see here from TechDev, remember what's coming for your alts. You haven't seen a thing yet, guys. Now, if this does play out, what this chart is showing, it's actually going to be parabolic. Because the last time, I remember in the previous cycle in 2017, guys, the alts were insane. I seen alts like 10x overnight. 20, 30, 40. It was actually pretty crazy. So if it's anything like that, it's going to get very parabolic and more people are joining in, right? So what do we see right here? July low, September high. September, October sideways like we have been doing, as this chart does show. November, literally tomorrow, guys, the beginning of starts parabolic move. Guys, if this is, and it does truly come true, it's going to be insane. And then we actually go to the parabolic finale. So it's actually pretty crazy if this does happen. XRP at this point in time should go crazy too, because it's part of the altcoins at this specific moment in time. That's why I've been stating that XRP needs to decouple right from Bitcoin. But again, if this does take place, guys, November, here we go. We'll see what takes place. Now, onto the news side of things. So, Brad Garlinghouse was tweeted out, I'm floored by what the team Ripple achieved in Q3. Here are some of my favorite stats. Look at this. So guys, it's pretty crazy. They've been very active on Twitter. So, from Ashko Blue, on-demand liquidity, a labor of love from Team RippleNet and testament to the power of crypto. What was once a vision a few years ago now accounts for 25% of total dollar volume over network RippleNet. Again, look at that. Increasing. It's all before our eyes, guys. Isn't it crazy? We go down here, and beyond our bread and butter, cross-border payments, Ripple is tackling use cases like treasury management, lines of credit, and liquidity services. Expect more at Swell. Look at that smiley face, guys. Again, Swell, there probably is huge announcements incoming, guys. Again, this is how XRP should be exploding in early November. It should. Enterprises are ready and excited to integrate crypto. Ooh, Q4 plus beyond. Here we go. And here we come, guys. Look at this. From Ripple themselves, ODL had its best year yet, and we are not even into November. There we go. They stated a month, guys. November. Since Q3 of 2020, transactions over RippleNet have doubled, and ODL transactions account for 25% of total dollar volume across the network in Q3. Again, all before our eyes. The adoption, the innovation, the growth of this whole ecosystem is happening before our eyes. So it's pretty crazy. Now, Chip on the Chain is tweeted out, how can the SEC ignore Ethereum and their pseudo ICO in 2015 when the SEC returned to 2013 in their case against Ripple when XRP was gifted to Ripple? Again, Ripple didn't have an ICO. The Ethereum Foundation had an ICO. That logic doesn't play. What, guys? That makes zero sense. This is how we know it's a whole show to begin with, because remember what one of those people stated, Hinman, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Ethereum is good to go. But wait, it was my personal opinion, by the way. We cannot make this up, guys. On to this right here. XRP will be a world reserve currency. Oh, remember Brad Garlinghouse did state that as well, right? If we go down here, but why? How? US debt is growing rapidly. The amount of public debt owned by the US government is now more than $22 trillion. What is it now? Seems like US national debt, about 29 trillion, guys. It's going on and on and on. Again, this is the highest it has ever been, and as debt rises, the government continues to spend and tax revenues continues to fall. Now, what does this mean? If we go down here, rising debt is also a global problem. If we go down here, there's more. Look at this, guys. Introducing a new world reserve currency. Wikipedia describes a reserve currency as currency that is held in significant quantities by governments and institutions as part of their foreign exchange reserves. Now, if XRP was supposedly and is going to be a world reserve currency, what will the price of XRP have to be at that point in time. Literally for 5 digits plus, guys, easily. Now, the reserve currency is commonly used in international transactions, international investments, and all aspects of the global economy. Again, it is often considered a hard currency or safe haven currency. Oh, look at that. XRP is perfectly positioned to serve as a world reserve currency. It can be held in significant quantities to provide liquidity for foreign exchange reserves, international transactions and investments, and all other uses throughout a global economy. In an earlier article, XRP was designed for $10,000. Guys, look at this, guys. Wow. I quoted Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Brittle, who wrote XRP must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people. Does this mean that it was designed to be used by every human on the planet and to serve as a world reserve currency? Yes and yes. Again, all before our eyes. Guys, this is how XRP will reach those crazy numbers, right? Let's look at that. Let's look at XRP's ability to scale. 100 billion XRP were created. No more can ever be created. So it is a deflationary asset in nature, right? Again, XRP does get burned, right? With a lot of transactions happening every day. Now, XRP at $10,000 per value per XRP would provide $1 quadrillion in total value. So, by its nature, XRP is highly liquid. Guys, again. If this does play out how it states in this article, then XRP will 100% be at a very high price, guys. So we probably might want to prepare for that. Now, Stefan Esvito, let David Schwartz explain to you the difference between payments and settlements. Let's check this out.
How many of you know the difference between payment and settlement? Not too many? So, a couple. All right, so let me just give you just a high level on this. I go to a restaurant and I pay with my Visa card, and they let me go and they don't call the police saying that I left without paying for my food. That's a payment. But I still have to pay my credit card bill, and somebody still has to wire money to the restaurant, right, or ACH or whatever payment system they use. That payment has not been settled. Traditionally, payment and settlement have been completely bifurcated into completely separate systems. SWIFT is a payment system that doesn't do anything with settlement. And the problem with that is it makes it hard to do a good payment because, like, you don't know if the recipient, you can't check the validity of the recipient. You don't know necessarily what the fees are going to be, what the exchange rate's going to be when the payment settles. So we built a system that, and the only reason they've been separated in institutional payments is historic. These systems date back from the old days when people had giant wheels of magnetic tape, and the tape was like on the bank's transaction computer during the day, and someone would physically carry it over to the settlement computer that talked to the other banks at night. And there was no way to settle during the day because the tape had to be on the computer that was handling the bank's transactions. It had to go to the settlement computer when it was done. I'm not joking. I'm serious. If you look at your glitzy, like, front-end application for your bank, and it's all really cool, and you can access it on your phone, and it's all really, it's 21st century, but you scratch just a couple of layers below the surface, and it's like you took a time machine. If you're lucky, you're in the mid to late 70s. Like, that's when these systems that plumb the movement of money were built, and they are breaking down. Even if blockchain completely fails, even if all cryptocurrencies are a bust, the payment world is going to change because it's terrible.
Wow, the payments world is going to change because it's just terrible. Again, if we were lucky to go back in a time machine, right, look under those layers, we'll probably go back to the late 70s, 80s, guys, because that's how old these technologies are, and they need to be changed, right? XRP comes into play. Very easy, guys. McAttack Casino. Transaction volume through RippleNet has more than doubled since last year, and the ODL transactions are up 130% quarter on quarter. In the third quarter, ODL accounted for approximately 25% of the total volume. All XRP sales this quarter are attributed to ODL growth and adoption. Again, that's what I basically stated, guys. Look at this. XRP. All around the world we go, right? It's going to bridge everything, guys. Connect everything together. Remember, years ago, the rails have already been built. What are we waiting for? Probably external events to take place first, because we need a problem, reaction, and solution. That's when they can implement XRP to the new financial system at hand, guys. So things are making sense, and the numbers are adding up perfectly, guys. But All we have to do is do nothing and just wait. And time will reveal everything. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys please leave a like, subscribe, and subscribe to my channel. So you guys, so hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And you guys, see ya.